Okay, so we've all seen those incredible videos from OpenAI Sora 2, right? They look unbelievably real, but today we're gonna put them under the microscope. We're gonna try and break them. We're asking one simple question. When you really look close, just how realistic is Sora 2?
And look, this is really the multi-billion-dollar question at the heart of it all. Is Sora 2 just the world's most sophisticated video forger? Or has AI finally figured out the fundamental laws of our physical world?
You see, when Sora 2 first dropped, it wasn't just pitched as some cool new video tool. No, it was framed as a physics revolution. The promise wasn't just about making scenes that look real, but about simulating a world that actually acts real, a world that obeys the laws of physics.
And this really gets to the core of what OpenAI is trying to do. They believe that to build a true AI, you first have to teach it the rules of our world. The end goal is a perfect simulation built entirely from data. But is that what we're actually seeing here? Well, let's run a few tests and find out.
All right, first up, let's test the absolute basics, motion and gravity. I mean, how does Sora 2 handle something as simple as an object moving, maybe bumping into something, and falling? Let's take a closer look.
So on one hand, the promise is this perfect simulation, right? With proper momentum, gravity, collision detection, the whole shebang. But the reality, as a lot of people online quickly discovered, is filled with these subtle, almost illogical moments. These tiny, uncanny flaws that just totally betray the illusion.
And here is a perfect example. Someone posted an AI-generated skateboarding clip, and an expert on Reddit immediately noticed something was off. They said, he flicked for a kickflip, and the AI did a heel flip. Looked weird, had to watch it slow. See, at a glance, it looked fine, but to a skater who understands the physics, it failed a basic check. The board's rotation was physically impossible for that trick.
Okay, now for our second test, water and reflections. And let me tell you, these are notoriously difficult for computers to get right. You need a solid grasp of complex fluid dynamics and how light behaves, so let's see how Sora does.
So again, OpenAI promised perfect water physics, and honestly, the water itself can look absolutely stunning. But then, you start noticing the little things. There's this popular clip of a crab on a beach. It leaves no tracks in the sand, it casts no shadow, and get this, it walks forward instead of sideways. The AI rendered a perfect picture of a crab, but it completely forgot the physics of a crab. But hey, let's be fair, Sora 2 can also absolutely nail it. The reflections on this Japanese train are a fantastic example. One Reddit user said it was probably the best I've seen yet. So that just goes to show you, when the training data is just right, the model can produce these breathtakingly realistic light physics. It's this inconsistency that's so fascinating, right?
All right, for our final test, we're gonna push this even further, animating animals. This requires an understanding of biomechanics, the incredibly complex physics of living things. And this is often where the AI's imitation of reality starts to break down in some really strange ways.
And the critiques from users really tell the story here. In one video, you've got a rider on a horse who stays perfectly still. Just define the laws of balance and momentum. We already talked about the crab that walks straight instead of sideways. And in another clip, there's a dog that seems to literally walk on water and then just phase right through a solid pole. Each of these moments completely shatters the illusion of reality, all because the AI is failing to model some really basic biomechanics. So, what is going on here? How can Sora 2 master something as complex as reflections, but completely fail a crab's walk? Well, it all comes down to a really crucial difference between true understanding and a very, very sophisticated imitation.
Okay, this is the key distinction you need to get. A traditional physics simulator, like in a video game, is like a student who has memorized Newton's laws of motion. It follows programmed rules. Sora 2, on the other hand, is like a student who has just watched a million YouTube videos of things falling. It hasn't learned the rules of gravity, it's learned the pattern of what gravity looks like. This is what experts call an emergent world model. It's intuitive, but it's not based on first principles.
And honestly, here's the proof. To get a result from Sora 2 that's actually physically accurate, creators have to follow a whole playbook like this one. They have to manually tell it things in the prompt, define the physics constraints like weight and friction. What does that tell you? It shows that the human is still the physics engine here. The AI isn't understanding the rules, it's just following a super detailed set of instructions from us.
And just so you know, this isn't only a Sora 2 problem.
Research into all kinds of video generation models shows these physical slip-ups are common. This diagram from a recent paper highlights a generated scene where an object just defies gravity and floats in midair. It's a spectacular failure, and it proves that the model is just guessing based on visual patterns, not on any true understanding of physical laws.
So where does this all leave us? Well, Sora 2 is an incredibly powerful tool for creating almost real video. There's no doubt it's a technology that is going to completely reshape creative industries. But its current limitations are just as important to understand as its strengths.
And it's not alone in this space. When we put it side by side with its main rival, Google's Veo 3, we see different trade-offs. Sora is the king of longer, stable videos, while Veo seems to be focusing more on narrative control and even has native audio sync. The race is definitely on, but it seems like no one has quite cracked that true physical understanding yet.
So there you have it, a deep dive into the weird and wonderful physics of Sora 2. If you enjoyed this breakdown and you want more complex topics made simple, do me a favor and make sure to like and subscribe. It really helps out.
So I'm going to leave you with this question. Sora 2 doesn't really understand our world, but it's getting dangerously good at faking it. And as these imitations get better and better, are we even going to be able to tell the difference? Let me know what you think down in the comments. What's the most realistic AI video you've ever seen? And for a second there, did it fool you?